Hello everyone and welcome. Crash here, this RTA Motorsports. Today's going to be pretty cool. We finally got in the Fanatec quick release adapter for our McLaren GT3 wheel. We're going to install it, see how it looks, and see how it performs. Here we go.
Welcome to RTA Motorsports.
Alright everyone, so let's break out the trusty knife here and let's see how this thing looks. Go. All right, this is probably the smallest package that Fanatec actually offers here, and from the looks of it, from the looks of the box on the inside, the quality is still not down at all. Their boxes all have this shiny like surface to them, and it feels like it's the same material as all their other boxes. Very high quality box, but of course very small box because the product is small. So yeah, let's jump in. I wonder if they have any of that funny text that they have on a lot of their other wheels. It also kind of gives you a quick little install guide. Let's actually move this down to this camera here so you can kind of see that there. Get a little quick install guide on the side of the box there. That's actually pretty nice. But you can see it is black and fairly compact, so shipping isn't too bad on a product like this. Alright, some foam, and you can see how the product is laid out on the inside. Actually not bad at all. It's actually really impressive how something so small is packaged so well. Alright, and you actually get some installation tools here. Looks like an Allen wrench. You get some of the bolts there that's going to replace the bolts on the wheel itself. And that is in the front pocket up here. And then we get the actual hub. So you can see now the box is pretty empty except for the gel silica. That's the packing material in the bottom of the box there. But the install instructions are actually on the side of the box. That's pretty cool. So what we're going to do is now we're going to install it on the McLaren GT3 wheel, and we'll see how this works. Now this already has, let's see, 6 bolts on the back there, and they kind of have that chrome, well, the black chrome sort of finish. Let's actually unpack this pack here and see how the bolts look on here. I wonder if they have the same type of finish. Kind of hope they do. And the neat thing is actually with this pack here, you get the fixation screw. Although it's important to note, I know I said in my last video, I did correct myself in the comments and in the description, it is not necessary. So sometimes, like us with the BMW wheel that we have, you're going to get some noise and vibration. Not everyone experiences that, but we definitely did. So we have to use our fixation screws so that way you guys don't get all that chatter from our quick release on our BMW wheel. It'd be interesting to note if whether or not we get any of that noise on here if we don't use the fixation screw. On my home use, now that I know it's not necessary to use a fixation screw on the quick release, on the metal quick release adapters on the Clubsport line, whenever I'm not streaming, we're not using it now, just because. So, alright, so we got the quick release here. And so you have a serial number that's kind of like engraved on the back there, or etched in, I should say, on the aluminum face. But overall, it's actually pretty impressive looking. Now, I know this thing is pretty pricey. It is $100 US dollars, $99.99, and then you have to pay for shipping on top of that. But I do gotta say it is pretty impressive. The aluminum is very pretty, very clean. Quick release mechanism is smooth. Does have a little bit of grease on the inside. You might be able to see that on this camera here. That are some grease on the inside of the bearings. Let's see if that will focus. There we go. So it is already ready to go in that sense. We're going to use a supplied Allen to kind of remove the bolts as well as the supplied, well, the washers that were already on there. And there is 6 total. It's actually a really nice tool in the game. I don't see necessarily why you couldn't reuse your hardware. I want to see if maybe the supplied bolts on the newer quick release are maybe longer. That would be my only guess, but no, they look like they are exactly the same as far as size and everything goes there. They're the same length, so it's just nice that they're supplying you with extra just in case you lose one, drop one, anything like that. So now we're going to lift off the old quick release there. And that's actually very clean. I like how you do have, right here, you do have that little part that sticks out, so that way you're always putting it back on the same way. It's kind of keyed in that sense. Although the quick release adapter here is not keyed, so you don't have that part sticking out there. So although the back is keyed and this one is not, the inside of the CSL Elite quick release does have the grooves there, has the little bumps that kind of mimic what's on the CSW quick releases, the Clubsport quick release. So you can see the key is on this side. On the same side as the key is where the ridges are on the inside there. So you're going to want this side to be matching, and that's essentially the high side of the wheel itself. So that's going to be the top of the wheel. It's going to be facing towards the top. So that way you make sure you don't end up accidentally putting the wheel on upside down with the Clubsport adapter. So you're going to want this ridge here on the top of the Clubsport adapter facing towards the top of the wheel, and it fits on pretty snug, actually surprisingly snug on there. It's just the tolerances that they created this wheel at. It's just really snug. Wow, not bad. I actually really like that. So we are going to open up some of the new hardware here, and might as well use the new hardware that they supplied. I don't foresee a reason to do so because the old hardware is in beautiful shape. It's perfect and it looks identical, but might as well, just for the sake of it. We're already here. They supplied it. Might as well use it, right? Making sure everything is tight. I always do everything in a star pattern, and that's it. That's it. So right now we have the McLaren GT3 wheel from Fanatec outfitted with the beautiful Clubsport quick release adapter. Now it does add a little bit of weight to the back of it. Really, this almost weighs nothing. It's it's a small piece of plastic, very light plastic at that. The Clubsport adapter does add a little bit of weight to the wheel, but it does not add that much. It's not like you're, all of a sudden making it like the BMW wheel as far as the weight goes. The tolerances were actually surprisingly tight when you put it on the back there. You almost have to press it into the back of the wheel a little bit, which actually felt really good. It didn't feel like I was breaking the wheel or anything. It just, you could tell the tolerances, oh man, they got it down. They got it real tight, so that way the fitment is perfect, and there's never going to be any risk of slop on this as far as the install goes, because, I mean, geez, I don't think you could fit one through there. No, but seriously, I was surprised how well it fit on the wheel itself, and it kind of transformed the look of the wheel. I mean, this looks pretty darn serious now. Yes, the wheel is still plastic construction or whatnot, but let's get this thing on the rig and see how it feels, if it feels any different at all. We are not, unless there's significant noise. Again, with my BMW wheel, my quick release adapter does make a lot of chatter on certain situations, so I have to use the fixation screw, especially if we're making video. But although I did hear from Fanatec, it's not necessary, and not everyone experiences that noise. So I'll be curious to see if this makes any noise. We're not going to use a fixation screw. We're just going to throw it on, jump into a session, and let's see how it handles it. Alright, welcome inside the rig. So first things first, what we're going to do is actually remove this BMW wheel, our tried and true original wheel that we got for our Clubsport V2.5 wheelbase. And what you do is you squeeze the back of the quick release adapter and pull back, and that's pretty much it. Comes right off. Now, the one thing that I do wish is that with the add-on quick release adapters, I kind of wish Fanatec kind of gave you a choice of colors, because I really like this color here. It's a very eye-catching sort of stunning red. I wish they offered blues and yellows and whatnot. Maybe in the future they will. I'm not exactly sure. But coming from a wheel that has this quick release adapter, although it is kind of one of the original wheels, I really like this color. But that's not to take away from the quick release adapter that they offer here. It is black, but it is very nice looking as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to just take this, you're going to depress the quick release adapter, kind of hold it and slide it all the way on. Make sure it's firmly pressed. Press in a little bit and you'll hear it click. And that's how you know it's attached to the V2.5 or whatever Clubsport wheelbase you have. Alright everyone, so you're going to notice we're inside the rig right now with the Porsche 911 RSR. Kind of my choice of vehicle with this car here in iRacing. Now, we don't have the VR helmet on, so it's very likely we're probably just going to crash and burn. But I'm really kind of curious to see how this wheel performs here. We don't have motion on. I don't want any other distractions. I just want to feel the wheel. So don't judge the driving abilities. But I do got to say, just from mounting the wheel, it's really solid on the wheelbase. If I'm pressing on the wheel, the whole wheelbase, the whole rig is moving rather than, you know, the wheel feeling like it has a little bit of motion. Now, the thing is with the CSL Elite quick release adapter, I felt it was solid. I really did. And I think in my mind, I kind of cut it a little bit of slack because there is a plastic construction going on here as far as the wheel is concerned. So overall, I didn't really feel like there was any movement within the wheel before, but now mounting this quick release adapter, it feels almost like it's metal. The quick release adapter is metal, but as far as how solid the wheel feels now, it's a very strange sensation, because before I felt like we were good, and I even said I don't know if I feel like it's necessary to upgrade the quick release. I might be backtracking on that statement. It's definitely more solid. Now, the nice thing about it is you don't have to put in the pin in the quick release adapter, and I haven't noticed any noise. Like I said, my BMW wheel does make some noise, so I use it on live streams because the chatter does get kind of loud, especially over curbs. But I'm not noticing anything here. But CSL Elite wheels, as far as this wheel is concerned, I should say, does not have any vibration motors inside the wheel itself like the CSW wheels do. So maybe that's contributing to the fact that it doesn't have any chatter, but I kind of doubt it, because a lot of people said they don't have that issue that I had with the BMW wheel. And that's just, you know, manufacturing tolerances. That is an older wheel, so things may have gotten better over time, but overall this is completely silent. Quick release is very silent. So overall, how do I feel about this quick release adapter? Well, I do have one main gripe with it, and that is the price. It is built very well. It is very pretty. Just like everything else that Fanatec sells, everything seems like it's built to last a long time. And everything always looks very clean and constructed very well. So I'm not going to down it there, but it is $99 US. For a quick release, I would expect to pay like 60 bucks, 70 bucks max. So this was on the higher end, and that's probably why there's a few people out there that, even I myself in the beginning, were a little reluctant to order it because you almost don't feel like the benefits are going to outweigh the price difference. But there was also a question whether or not this wheel, in my mind, would be compatible with their Podium series line that would come out because, well, this is a plastic wheel in its construction. Its main construction is plastic. But in the video they showed, although they didn't say, you know, definitely or officially or anything like that, in the video they showed this wheel on one of their Podium bases with the Clubsport adapter, and that made more sense to me. Whether or not you necessarily need the Clubsport adapter or not, again, they haven't said officially, but that's how it was shown on that video, so, and that's the only way it would make sense to me. So for future compatibility, you kind of have to do it if you want to, I guess, I think. It's the only way it makes sense to me for it to be safe. But I may be wrong. Who knows? I think it's worth the upgrade. You know, we don't have the fixator pin in. It's a quick swap now, on and off. It adds to the look of the wheel big time. And to be honest with you, I think there is a tangible feeling of just how solid this wheel is now mounted onto this wheelbase. It really does feel like it is a little bit more solid. There is zero play whatsoever. And I didn't even really notice any play before. As you can see in my review, I was praising how good this CSL Elite quick release adapter was that came with its stock, but I'm surprised by how much more sturdy this wheel feels now on this wheelbase. It just... If you would tell me the inside of this wheel has metal construction all throughout to brace it, that's kind of how it feels right now. This wheel feels stronger than it did before. I hope I give you some information that may be insightful if you're thinking about this purchase at all. Overall, like I said, I really enjoy what they did with this wheel, what they did with this wheelbase. The fact that you could just pull it off like that now is incredible, and I'm greatly appreciative that they are offering a product like this for us, especially if you are wanting to continue on to the Podium wheelbases. Of course, pending the official word whether or not this is going to be compatible, but judging by the video, it's going to be compatible. At least I think so. But alright everyone, I'm Crash, this is RTA Motorsports. Definitely subscribe, hit that like button, leave your comments down below of anything else you want to see on this channel. And as usual, I will see you all next time. Have a great day.